Hi guys, this week we are working in zone 1, which is the kitchen. This will be more detailed cleaning, so things that don't need to be done every single week. I usually work in one zone for 15 minutes a day, Monday through Friday. I did want to mention, in case I forget at the end, Zone 2 is a little more in the kitchen and then the breakfast nook and dining room, just in case you realize there are some things that we didn't get to this week. We will do those next week. So let's go ahead and get started. Today I am wiping out the refrigerator. I start on the doors and work my way down, wiping each shelf. I will also wipe down the bottles that we have or condiments and things like that. I am just using vinegar and water. I use this to clean a lot of things. I use the spray bottles from the Dollar Tree and they work really well for me. I get asked about that a lot. I fill the spray bottle a third of the way with vinegar. In the US, our standard vinegar is 5% acidity, so that's what I use. And then I fill the rest of the bottle with water. What is great about using this in the refrigerator is that we can consume vinegar, so we don't have to worry about spraying any harsh chemicals around our food. I've also been asked if the scent dissipates, and it does. Your house definitely won't smell like pickles or anything like that. You can really barely even notice it, especially if you're kind of used to it. It does dissipate though. When I get to the inside of the refrigerator, I just start at the top and work my way down. I also make sure to throw out any leftovers that didn't get eaten. We usually don't have very many. I try to use up my leftovers, especially since I'm at home during lunchtime. I also wipe out these bins that I have, and again, I'm just using the vinegar and water for everything. And to clean everything, I am using just old towels that I have. I love these for cleaning. I mention them all of the time, but I have old bath towels that I cut into squares, and they're very absorbent, and we just have tons of them in different cabinets in our house for cleaning. I like to do my fridge on a Monday because Monday is my grocery day, so it makes it a little easier so that there isn't tons of stuff in my refrigerator. So if you want to, you can switch the days that you do everything. Not that you needed my permission or anything, but I just wanted to suggest that. Feel free to change it around and make it work for you. I like to take out my drawers and clean under there because sometimes little particles of food will be in there or crumbs, and it's a good time to get that area cleaned. For my freezer, I take out the bins that I use and wipe those out and then put everything back. If you would like to see how I have my fridge and freezer organized, I do have a video on that, and it works out really well for our family, so I will link that video below for you. I also wipe down the outside of the fridge and freezer and make sure to open up the doors and get that inside panel there. And then I make sure to wipe down where the ice and water come out of the refrigerator really well. And then I do the same thing on the freezer, being sure to get that area there as well. Today I am going to be cleaning out my pantry. This was a little hard to record, so I'll basically be explaining what I do. So when I go in, I wipe down all of the shelves and the canisters. I again am using vinegar and water. I like to wipe the top of the canister because sometimes crumbs and fingerprints will be on there. I also like to take things out of my bins and wipe those out. Now is a great time to fill your canister, so if you keep flour or sugar or whatever in your pantry and you're running low, now is a great time to fill everything up. Also wipe down these Lazy Susans with some of my canned goods on them. I keep some of my smaller appliances like my slow cookers, bread machine, food processor, mixer, things like that on the top shelf of my pantry, so I just wipe those down really quickly as well. Once I am done with all of that, I sweep the floor of my pantry. Today I am wiping down all of my kitchen cabinets. Now for these, I don't take all of the dishes out and wipe everything out. If you do it on a continual basis, so if you're hitting this zone every 7 to 8 weeks, it's not going to be filthy, but there might be a few crumbs in there. So I basically just kind of scooch things around and wipe any crumbs or things like that that I see. Now I do take out my Lazy Susans that I have my vinegar and oils on, because sometimes the oil will be on the bottom of the bottle and it's just a good time to wipe those down. And if I need to refill my olive oil dispenser, I will do that as well. I did clean the cabinet above my stove and my refrigerator, but I was standing on the chair in front of the camera, so I didn't want to leave that footage in. I do take all of my spices out and wipe down my Lazy Susans really quickly, because there's just always little bits of spices on my Lazy Susans. I did want to mention I do have videos for how I organize my cabinets, how I organize my spices, and different things like that. I pretty much have videos for how I organize my entire kitchen, so those will all be linked below in case you would like to see those and haven't already. As you probably noticed, I started on one side and worked my way around doing all of my top cabinets, and then I moved to my bottom cabinets and worked my way around. I think this works really well to do it this way, just so that you're going in a continual motion, but it was also great for recording because I had to put my camera tripod up on top of my counter, and if I was moving it back and forth, it just wouldn't have worked out. Today I am wiping out all of my drawers. I do like to take all of my silverware out and the organizer and just wipe everything out really well, because sometimes when we're grabbing our flatware, crumbs and things fall in there, and it's just a good time to clean it out really well. Again, I'm using the vinegar and water to clean pretty much everything in my kitchen. Obviously not the countertops, which I'm not even doing today, but I did want to mention that because I do get asked that sometimes, and it definitely is not safe for granite countertops. Now, I wanted to give you a little extra motivation or encouragement. Now, when you do all of this on a continual basis, it honestly does not take that long. I had an hour and 20 minutes of footage from recording everything, and that includes moving the camera around and everything. So that is 15 minutes a day for 5 days, and it was a great way for me to realize that it really does only take 15 minutes. One thing you could do is set a timer for 15 minutes and just move really quickly and see what you can get done. I also wash my oven mitt, hot pads, and apron. Usually I'll just go around the house and gather up all of the bath towels and hand towels in the bathroom and just wash it all together so that I have a full load. Today I am cleaning out the cabinet under my sink. I also have an organization video on this as well. It will be linked below along with the others. I keep my cleaning supplies and things like that under here, and my dishwasher tabs and stuff, so I just wipe everything out, and if it needs a little sprucing up, I will go ahead and do that as well. I also wash my kitchen rugs. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe, and we will continue on with Zone 2 next week.